Beaucoup de banques ou beaucoup d'institutions financières ont oublié que dans leur ADN, il y avait l'entrepreneuriat et apparemment pas vous. Il y a très peu d'infos sur vous, donc pour moi ça m'intéresse. Vous avez l'air d'avoir un de ces parcours.
Alessandro Seralvo, prise 2.
Good evening, Alessandro.
Good evening.
Thank you for welcoming us in Lugano, in this amazing place. Can you give us examples of innovation you've brought to the market?
In the 70s, when it entered into the world of credit cards, let's say that it was a relatively small bank, and it was a very big gamble. The son of the owner at the time, he's today's chairman of the bank, has been a visionary. So he saw something that nobody else had seen. And when you think that Cornèrcard Bank was one of the 10 founding members of Visa International in '74, you realize that, okay, they were really visionaries. And so you had this very small bank sitting with all the big banks. Our customers have a card from us because we offer something. It's not just because they have a bank account. Very often they don't have a bank account with us. We were the first one bringing a card with a chip to do secure transaction on the internet here in Europe, to bring contactless cards that permit you to go skiing, etc. And of course, let's say we also had innovations where we started very early with mobile transactions on phones. All of these things helped us to move on.
Have you failed sometimes? Is there some products that didn't work?
We have been, in certain cases, too early on the market. So we pushed, for example, P2P payments, so person-to-person payments. It always depends who are the people who are leading the project and are they committed and do they believe in it. And it's sometimes very interesting, you change one person and suddenly the project doesn't work anymore. Or you have a new person coming and suddenly the project works. Sometimes you probably don't always think about all the little things that make a product very successful or not so successful.
How do you guys at Cornèrcard make sure that your offering is different?
I think we asked ourselves the question some 11 years ago when we created Cornèrcard. It was putting a mission, having a philosophy, creating a community, etc., etc. And here one of the points was exactly how to make the product different. Because if you just have a product where you want to compare fees, where you look at how much does it cost, and you sort of make it uninteresting, it doesn't work. We basically said, okay, let's bring in some emotion into the product. I always say, if I have to explain to you that you have to have my card because we're very good at customer service, I believe that something is not okay if I have to talk about it. Now, clearly this is our strength. So how to make the person or the customer understand this? The same thing is that we see ourselves not just as a piece of plastic, but as somebody who is present when you need to pay, who can help you also with other things, not just the payment itself, who can organize things around the payment. This is why we've moved into many different areas.
But if you had a 20-year-old son or daughter that says, Dad, I want to do a startup, where would you tell them to go?
There are lots of possibilities. I think today the point is really to have the good idea, to believe in it. What is probably where we are still far away is the culture behind the startup. I was a year and a half ago in Tel Aviv and visiting some startups. And I mean, it's very interesting. You meet people that tell you very openly, well, this is my 5th startup and I failed 4 times, or I failed 3 times. Once I was quite successful, but not still fantastically, and now I'm starting again. So probably this idea of being able to do, to repeat, to find funds in order to move ahead, we don't have this yet in Switzerland, and we don't have it yet probably in Europe. So it's not so easy. But if you have a really good idea, sometimes it's incredible what you can do. The main point is that these crazy people have been able to challenge completely existing systems. They have done what nobody thought or believed to be possible, and they've been very successful. Thank you very much.